Hello everyone. So I'm actually filming this portion from beautiful Kenya. And first off, thank you for your patience because I know it's been a little bit of time since I filmed the last video. And it's been quite the whirlwind lately. I just got back from Greece a few weeks ago where I finally got to see my idol, Eckhart Tolle. He got me through, like I said, many a dark day with the pain and repetitive thoughts and not fun. But he's amazing. And so I finally got to see him in Greece, which really just felt like such a cool turning point in this journey. And that's the turning point you guys are all going to get to too, whatever's meaningful to you. I remember when he walked out on stage the first night and my heart was just feeling so full. My eyes were a little bit teary. It was very, very nice. Because yeah, for me, everything he shares in his book and in his teachings, it really resonates. I believe all of it to be absolutely on point. A lot of what he's saying. And so, yeah, I was on that trip in Greece, got to enjoy Athens a little bit. Flew home for one of my good friend's weddings. And then the wedding was on a Saturday. And then 2 days later, I flew to Kenya for this amazing trip. All right, taking you by the pool for this reading. And I know that when we are really in it, really in that suffering loop, it can be so hard to imagine, a life where you're traveling again or doing whatever you want, eating things you enjoy, whatever it may be. It can be really hard to see that when we're busy being, feeling like we're being tortured. But I just want to say that even if it might feel pretty hard at first to start rebuilding this whole identity of things you used to like to do, it's going to be so worth it. I really believe that intense suffering, Eckhart talks about this a lot, I think there's a purpose behind that. It might not feel so great when we're in it, but I do believe it's meant to give us this amazing perspective and to be so grateful for life as we do start coming out of it and, recognizing like, wow, I can go engage with the people around me or go on trips or really do whatever I want to do that feels good and productive or just feels good. For me, it took time to be like, oh yeah, I'm someone that's always really loved traveling and reading and writing and learning about people's stories and engaging with my friends when it feels good again. And when by feel good, I mean finally getting on the right path and the right direction for healing, let's say, healing that thought loop, basically. That is so human. For many people go through it. It's a really common part of the human experience, I believe, for not everyone, but for some of us. And I do think, even though it feels insane to say this when you're in it, maybe not insane, but crazy, it is meant to be a gift and to give us, a pretty cool perspective. So, all right, let me finally get to reading this document for you guys. Okay. I feel absolutely ridiculous wearing this hat, but I have been on a safari and doing some other pretty fun stuff in Kenya lately. So, gotta fit the theme. All right. Here is what I wrote. Oh, I'll show you guys. I have my big pen that I bought myself as a souvenir from Greece. It says, I love Greece. So that's what I use to write. down this little testimonial. Here we go. The benefit of getting so many diagnoses is that I can tell you that it doesn't matter what label you've been given by a doctor or how many procedures you've had. I believe that people will become well once they forget about these labels and believe, that part is key, believe that they are not stuck with these symptoms forever. You're not. Once I recognize the repetitive thought patterns, my brain, / we could also call it the ego, those repetitive thoughts, was engaging in, I began to believe that all chronic pain and symptoms are caused by a repetitive loop in the brain that can be stopped, or changed, we should say. I now believe that no matter what mental or physical symptoms we're grappling with, what diagnoses you've been given, or previous procedures you've had, you can get better. You can get better. Hello everyone. Today I am in beautiful Costa Navarino, Greece. And I was actually here for the Eckhart event. And if you guys know anything about, that little old story of some stuff I experienced, you might know that Eckhart and his story helped me more than you could ever imagine. I think he's so wonderful. And so the event was awesome. I have wanted to see him in person for a really long time, and it's so exciting that I finally got to do that. This is actually the view from the room, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever had a room like this. But it was a beautiful week, met so many cool people, and eventually, pretty soon, I have to hop on a shuttle to go back towards Athens, which is about 4 hours from here. So I'm probably going to continue the rest of the video from where I am in Athens rather than here, but I did want to show you guys this beautiful view because it's really pretty. And yeah, once I continue the video, I will talk about just more thoughts I have based on stuff that he's talked about, and yeah, I guess just some of my own experiences on how to continue to overcome chronic pain or symptoms or repetitive thought loops, because I truly believe that anybody can, and I think that's really exciting. So I'm excited to share just some of my thoughts with you guys and talk to you about that. But I should probably get on the shuttle, or at least head towards checkout. And then the shuttle's in like an hour and a half, actually. But all right, I will leave this off here for now, and talk to you all very soon. Okay, hello everyone. I think my favorite thing about what Eckhart teaches us, hopefully you could hear me, is that while intense suffering is not so fun while it's happening, it does lead to some pretty awesome things. And he used the metaphor of, if you're sleeping and you're having a nightmare, you probably want to wake up pretty quickly. Whereas if you're having a good dream, you're not going to want to really wake up. So he joked that if you're at the event with him, you've probably been through some pretty intense challenges. Otherwise, you'd just be back at home on the couch, maybe watching Netflix. And so he talks about how these challenges ultimately are what lead to a kind of awakening. We start to recognize that most of the challenges we face, all of them, are coming from our thoughts. And if we were to just stop thinking, that would really help us out. Okay, and what I think resonated with me the most with Eckhart is it's just so applicable. It applies to every single one of us, right? He shows us that none of us are different. We all have that power inside of us, if we want, to kind of turn on or off that little voice in the head, our thoughts, which he refers to as the ego. And when it comes to maybe repetitive thought loops or thoughts about the body or, symptoms or pain, it's all the same stuff. And I know sometimes Dr. Google or even the medical world, etc., will scare us or cause us to think that this kind of stuff has to stick with us forever, or we're always going to have to be navigating this stuff. And I think that's all very fear-based, and it's a limiting belief. And so the good news is, the more you start to realize that you have that power within you to not only overcome the physical stuff, but also just start recognizing some of those little thought loops and where that's been coming from, you can start to get on your way to that 100%. It might feel really challenging at first. It might feel really, really, really hard. I don't think it has to, but it might. And recognize that that's normal as well. It's normal, not abnormal, for that to happen. And if the thoughts return, the stuff returns, that's the best news ever, because it means it's just an opportunity for you to keep practicing, right? Even if you're feeling the physical stuff, it's an opportunity to say, yay, I got to practice again. And it's a pretty great practice to have. So that's my thoughts from this beautiful area in Greece. Mildred! Sorry. Welcome to Greece. 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 Hello everyone. I realized I might not have a conclusion for my video if I cobble together some of the footage from the various trips. So I am back home in New Jersey. The weather is beautiful today. So I'm actually gonna go for a little run along the boardwalk, which is exciting. That was something that I would do occasionally while grappling with all the stuff, but it would be pretty rough. Just because I would go on the runs and then my brain would be like, the purpose of this run is to just get fully better. today is the day. And you don't even realize that that's part of like the obsessive element of all of this stuff. So will be fun to go on a run. But just to say, if I haven't said it already, in the clips that I'm gonna cobble together, I am so proud of all of you. Anyone grappling with this stuff. By this stuff, I mean all of the repetitive thought loops that I believe are fueling chronic pain and symptoms and just that whole loop, as I call it. You should be so proud of yourself for, you know, working to get better. And I know that you're going to. So I hope to talk to you all soon. Oh, and I should have added, I need to fix these glasses. They somehow got like very crooked again, and it's hard to take myself seriously. Anyways, looks like I'll be making a little stop at Lens Crafters tomorrow, but I also wanted to add, I am just giving you all a very big virtual hug from New Jersey. So, all right. Bye everyone. Talk to you soon. I did it. I'm so proud of all of you. I keep repeating that because I think if you're going through this, you probably need to hear that more often. I know that when we're in this loop, to no fault of our own, it's easy to, you know, be pretty hard on yourself or question like, why aren't I better yet? And just know it's normal that it takes time. And little steps every day are very important.